Welcome back, and joining us is Chester Browne from Mount Gay Rum, where he's the International Brand Ambassador as well as a renowned mixologist. Tell me a bit about Mount Gay Rum.
Rum was first created on the island of Barbados. At Mount Gay Rum distilleries, we have a different style of rum because we use two different stills. We use the traditional copper pot still, we use the column still, we age in the American white oak. It all depends on our master blender because we focus a lot on the craftsmanship of our master blender, the fact that he creates the rum, how much of the double distill is added to the single distill, how much 2-year-old is added to a 7-year-old, for different blends, how much of a 10-year-old versus how much of a 30-year-old. It's all about what our master blender does to create the particular blend. So we just don't put a rum inside of a barrel and age it and say, well, this is a 5-year rum, put it in a bottle and say this is the 5-year rum. We at Mount Gay Rum, we make rum.
You don't make it properly because you've been using it for long. But from a flavor standpoint, if some customers out there and they're looking at all the bottles on the liquor store shelves, what flavor characteristics are they going to take and pull out of a Mount Gay Rum instead? Okay,
well, we have a more fruitier, more with a touch of spice kind of rum, while like a Jamaican rum is a bit more dry and probably a bit more woody, I would say. So with our flavors, if you're making cocktails, you're looking for a little bit more fruit, or we have a lot of characteristics in our products of a bourbon or a nice single malt. So that's the line that we're in.
So bringing more of the flavor forward that you're going to taste in the mouth and the mouthfeel, so like that in a good cocktail.
Well, in the mouth for a good cocktail, you'll be getting a nice ripe banana notes. You'll be getting a bit, in our older rums, you'll be getting that tobacco note coming through. All these nice aromas that you'll find coming through in our products.
Okay. So what's your favorite rum cocktail?
Well, my favorite rum cocktail is the Mount Gay Extra Old Fashioned.
Oh, okay. So a rum old fashioned made with Mount Gay Extra
Made with Mount Gay Extra Rum, because the Mount Gay Extra Rum have so much different characters. It has so much going on inside of it, and it adds great flavor to the actual old fashioned because it has so much characteristics of a bourbon, and still a lot of characteristics of a good rum. It makes the old fashioned really explode in your mouth. Yeah.
And as viewers of the Cocktail Spirit realize, the old fashioned is one of my favorite cocktails.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
excellent.
But seeing all these fresh fruits like that, I understand that you're probably not going to make us an old fashioned now?
Oh, no. I'm going to have a few old fashions later on as we're right here, so in New Orleans, for sure. But for right now, because I want to bring a little bit of that Barbados spirit to the New Orleans, I'm going to create a rum punch, pretty much a punch that you will get when you land on the island. From the time you get into Barbados, people are drinking rum punches, they're having a wonderful time. So I'm going to bring that feeling and that festiveness right here.
Great, now let's take a look.
Excellent. All right, so we're going to make it first with some Mount Gay Eclipse Rum. And Mount Gay Eclipse Rum is a blend of rums between the ages of 2 and 7 years old. This one has a lot of flavors. It's very nutty. It also have a lot of floral note. It is a lot of tropical fruit. You have some apricot coming through in there. You have the ripe banana coming through in there. Some mango coming through in there. It's really nice. It adds a lot of flavor into your cocktail. So we're going to do this, and we're going to put about 26 ounces of rum in here. I like to keep it there. When I'm making a cocktail, I like to keep it balanced. So balance pretty much mean that I don't want to taste more of the lime than I taste of the rum. So we have to keep it nice and sturdy,
Yeah, well, I mean, the rum is meant to be, the backbone of the whole drink, and able to come forward and celebrate the spirit.
All right, we're going to squeeze some fresh limes in here. Fresh limes is very important. The fresh lime versus the limes that you'll buy, that's artificial lime juice, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
I think we need to go fresh more often while making cocktails because it adds so much more to your cocktail with fresh stuff. So I'm going to put just about 1.5 ounces of grenadine in there. And the grenadine is going to add just a touch of flavor to it, but mainly the grenadine in here is for the color of the cocktail. We're going to do some Angostura. We're gonna
you're getting serious, taking that lid off.
We're going to add 1 ounce of Angostura. We're going to add some water in here. So we have just about 16 ounces of water we want to put in here. Now this punch could easily be served at a party. And trust me, this is some nutmeg that we were sprinkling inside. We're just going to add some flavor to it. All right, so in here now, we're gonna add some simple syrup. And this simple syrup is pretty much, we don't want it too sweet, just right. So we're gonna add this 4, 8, 12, 16. All right, and you stir. This is pretty much rum punch right here. What we're going to do now for a nice garnish inside of this, we're going to use some lemons and some limes. The lemons peels, because with your punch you're going to keep it soaking it with your limes, and you keep your lemons, your lime and your lemon in there soaking maybe about an hour before your party starts. And the lemon peel is going to add a lot more flavor into the drink. So we just keep it floating on top here like this. We're going to add some lime as well.
Now you followed a fairly specific recipe, it seems like, for you, adding specific ounces and stuff like that. Do you also find yourself going freestyle on some of your punches at home?
I love to work freestyle. I love to work freestyle. I like to work and taste and work and taste. Yeah. Okay, we're going to stir it up a little bit, and I want you to try it.
Oh, I'd love to. It's kind of hot here in New Orleans, and having a nice rum punch sounds like a good way to cool off.
Sounds very good. Oops. We're going to just sprinkle a little nutmeg on the top of here. Keep that flavor close to your nose. Punches, for me, is about partying and big gatherings together. That's why you have the big punch bowls, so everybody helps himself with a drink. But just chilling on the evenings after work, I'm gonna have an extra old Mount Gay extra old rum fashion.
There you go. There you go. That sounds like a lot of fun. Let's give this a try. Oh, that's delicious. I mean, I can taste a lot of good flavors. It's got a sort of a sweet flavor going on from the simple syrup. It's got the citrus flavor, but then underneath all that, I've got this kind of this nice spicy flavor that the rum's bringing to the table.
Yes.
Now, of the different Mount Gay rums, where might I want to use one versus the other?
Okay. Well, as I've mentioned earlier, if you're going to be making like a silver mojito, you're going to be using a product like Eclipse Silver. If you're going to be having just a mix, and you're going to be mixing with tonic or anything citrus, cranberry juice, grapefruit juice, this product, Mount Gay Eclipse Silver, is fantastic. For Mount Gay Eclipse Rum, Eclipse Rum is good again for mixing with, for those who like rum and cokes. I'm not really particularly a fan of rum and cokes. Rum and ginger for punches in cocktails that require a brown rum. Is going to give you a little spice and a lot of flavor. We can use that. For Mount Gay Extra Old Rum, which is a blend of rums between the ages of 8 and 15 years old. That's fantastic on the rocks. Fantastic by itself. I love it with coconut water. I also love it with tonic water. It's good for, obviously, Mount Gay Old Fashions. Fantastic. And for 1703, which is a super premium blend, that is a blend of rums between the ages of 10 and 30 years old. Pretty much, that's supposed to be drunk on its own.
On its own, just
on its own.
With ice or not?
Well, you can drop a nice big ice block inside of there just to release some water slowly and open up all the flavors inside and get a lot more of those citrus notes coming through inside. That is good stuff.
Okay, well, thanks, Chester. I appreciate talking to you and learning more about Mount Gay Rum and having this great rum punch.
Thank you, Robert.